Okay, and welcome back again to some thingamajiggy, to some everlasting summer in the middle of conversation there. So there you go, who to think. Alright, so Lena says, guys, apparently. Oh, that's right, yes. We were just having a little tete-a-tete with the USSR girl there about stupidity and all that. Anyway, Lena says, guys, given that it was Lena who interfered, probably was really time to stop. You'll get what you're asking for. Oh, well, whatever. What? You'll finally grow wiser? Instead of replying, Juliana grabbed a plate filled with borscht and toppled it over my head. Wow, how mature. This game met an unexpected finale. Checkmate. Checkmate. Well played. Oh, you little... And there you go. She jumped up and tried to run away. But this time, she won't get away. I grabbed her hand. And what do you know? And now what? I can't just smash her head against the table. This mime show lasted a few seconds. Suddenly, Oliana skillfully grabbed a glass full of compote and splashed it in my face. It's just getting better and better, isn't it? Anyway, that way she managed to get my hand off her. That sort of rumbling there. She dashed off to the counter and I chased her. This resulted in several flipped tables, a pile of smashed tableware, 5 crippled pioneers with various injuries, and full of exhaustion of both parties. Full exhaustion for both parties. A draw, sort of. Yes, it's a good way of putting it. Mutually assured destruction might be another way, I guess. But yeah, there you go. A belligerence draw. God, I hope this screen stops shaking. With too much of belligerence. There we go. Thank God. We stood before each other and breathed heavily. Tell me you won't behave this way again. And you? Olga Dmitrievna sneaked on us from behind. When you looked down on it, such a riot couldn't be unnoticed. And look down on it, okay? Anyway, well, are you satisfied with yourself now? Oh yes, immensely. Her voice appeared to be calm, but I was sure she was just about to explode. And who's going to clean up all this mess? I don't know, maybe she could. Exactly what happened. Who am I asking you? Who? Him, replied Organa with full confidence. Her. I objected less confidently. Both. Gee, who to think. Camp leader has given a quietus to this still ongoing argument. Okay. Generally, I wasn't sure that my share of the blame is more than hers. Though Liana didn't have a drop of guilt in her face. Beat it. I'm not cleaning. Ain't nobody got time for that. This is his fault. He started first. No, it isn't. Oh, yes, it is. I'm not going to sort out all that nonsense. Semyon, go grab a mop, a bucket, some cloth, you know, that kind of stuff in the closets. And you? She looked at Uliana with such a burning gaze that I felt a bit sorry for the girl. You... Nope. Start to collect the broken tableware immediately. Olga Dmitrievna took a deep breath and continued. Nothing but... You're nothing but a trouble. Brilliant. But a trouble, eh? How many times have I told you? And away they go. I decided to skip the lecture and went to the closet that appeared to be near the exit. Suddenly a perfect idea flashed in my head. Why don't I just run away? Well, obviously, where the hell is he going to go? But anyway, sure, God Dmitrievna has caught us already, but I'm not the one to blame. Of course, I'm not that true pioneer she keeps talking about, but in comparison to Uliana... Anyway, she's the principal culprit. It's like as if anything better to do... Got to seek answers, the truth is out there, just like X-Files. Oh, so what do you know? We can actually run away or stay. Run away or stay. You know what? Let's be a little bit of a troublemaker. Let's run away. Fuck it. Solution came out of thin air. While Olga Dmitrievna was scolding Uliana, I sneaked up to the exit. Thank goodness it was nearby. Getting outside, I hesitated for a few moments and ran into Electronic. Looks like he was working till late at the club. Where's the fire? Fire? My shuttler's leaving in 10 minutes. What? Hey, wait. Electronic's words hung in the air behind me. I ran off to the square. It's definitely not the best place to hide. Indeed, in the state of stress or fatigue, I frequently started talking to myself. Well, not really talking, but rather mumbling under my breath. Great habit. Fucking great habit. Actually, let me just have a look at something. So... Oh yeah, it's charging up. It should be just fine. Okay, perfect. Anyway, it helps me to concentrate and find the right solution quickly. Okay, where to next? Where should I go? Best place would be the one with the least amount of people. Consequently, my way lies to the woods. Alrighty. Oh, an actual new bit of scenery there. Half a minute later, I was already relaxing, sitting on a stump near the forest trail. That was one hell of a getaway. Hope that will teach Uliana to behave. Indeed, she's not a child anymore. Well, sad but true. Not a child anymore. Now a thought crossed my mind. I might have sort of mishandled the whole situation. Yeah, probably, but oh well, fuck it. Why not? Fair share of broken tableware is on my account. Moreover, one might mention that I didn't have to engage into this mess at the beginning. Got me thinking. Oh, what do you know, Slavia, how's the weather? Slavia stood right before me. How does she manage to sneak up unnoticed? Well, obviously she's a ninja or KGB agent or something. Thank goodness it's not Olga Dmitrievna. Fine. That's where the... Okay, those were the only words I've managed to squeeze out of myself. Just thought I'll find you here. Why? I'm not sure, it's just... She looked up at the sky. There are less people around here. Does Slavia really think I have some sort of social phobia? Who to think, eh? Anyway, thinking twice, she actually has a reason to think so. And what are you doing here? Looking for you. Ah, well, there you go. She smiled again, but this time her smile looked a bit different. A bit friendlier, I guess. Really? That's the best they can come up with? A bit friendlier? Little friendlier? Me? Why? Oh my god. Jesus fucking... Does she have to spell it out for him, I wonder? Can't you guess? I braced and prepared for a harsh lecture. Oh, God. Anyway, I understand that you're guilty to a lesser degree than Uliana. It is the camp leader's assistant defending me. Yay. I felt even more pathetic. Damn, get serious. We're not playing bad cop, good cop here. But granted that you aren't going to help her, you'll help me. Some sort of experiments or something, I don't know. Ecology, I don't know. Anyway, saying that, Slavia looked up at the sky yet again. Oh, maybe it's aliens. I wonder what she's looking for in there. Yep, gotta be aliens. And what do I need to do? We have to reorganize the books and library. Oh, okay. It's way better than disciplinary enslavement together with Uliana. And anyway, it was an offer I couldn't refuse. More at your service, mademoiselle, or madame. She laughed. Then follow me, monsieur. In a couple of minutes, we were in the library. Well, the way I kept looking around in fear of meeting Olga Dmitrievna, it looks like Slavia didn't notice my anxiety. And still, it's quite odd that she hasn't scolded me. Really. Well, if we were to continue our analogy, Slavia is definitely a good cop. When we came inside, a gleaming sunlight streamed... Wait a minute. Should be gleaming sunlight, not a. But anyway, gleaming sunlight streamed through the windows of the library with myriads of dust particles dancing in the beams. This is a special library, dust with its distinctive smell that you can never confuse with anything. Ah yes, reminds me of that quote from some famous guy, I cannot live without books. Maybe it was Einstein or something. But anyway, these microscopic pieces of moribund collected works of Marxism, Leninism classics, the best kind of dust. But anyway, that's interesting. Does the dust near the fiction shelf smell alike to the dust near the books on physics and chemistry? Oh my god, is he going to go on about that? Oh, there we go. Slavia, you start with those rows. So she pointed at the bookshelf near the Lenin's sculpted head. What a place to start. Okay, what exactly do I have to do? Just remove the books from the shelves and put them on the floor. We'll dust them and then we'll put them back. Really? Dusting books? Alright, by looking at all this dust, reading is barely a pioneer's favourite activity. Any idea where Xenia might be? Oh, who cares about Xenia? Tell her. Don't know, she probably went somewhere. Strange. Appears that there are just two places in the world one can meet Xenia, library and the canteen. And for the time being, it seems. I got into gear. Guess I've never held so many books in my hands simultaneously in my entire life. Anyway, I'm much more used to reading from a computer screen or a tablet, who to think. Firstly, there is no need in paying for electronic books, and secondly, you cannot find everything in printed form. How's it going? Asked Slavia, standing behind the bookshelves. It's okay, it goes on little by little. Have you read anything from that? From what? Well, about communism. Now I'm kind of more into historical books. Aha. I knew it. She's the counter-revolutionary. That's where we've been searching for. But anyway. And adventures. Me too. Well, historical literature wasn't exactly my favourite, but the class struggle under socialism was definitely... Wait a minute, but the class struggle under socialism was definitely no match for it. Hey, don't take a grudge for Uliana. I don't. Indeed, I felt that my ego mostly recovered from the incident at the canteen. Besides, I managed to clean myself from the lunch leftovers in a forest lake. Oh, okay, I didn't exactly mention that before, but anyway. It's not like she's doing all that out of spite. Out of spite or not, but one should think through his own actions. One should think through his own actions, yes. Ah, whatever. Still very strange sentence construction, but anyway. I kept moving around dozens of books written by people totally unknown to me. Okay, I'm going to forget who they are. Ah, yes, the doom of many writers to become a forsaken set of letters in a hardcover on a bookshelf in a library of a non-existent pioneer camp's reality. Indeed. What a way to go. Have you finished? Yeah, I think so. Me too. Oh, what a coincidence. Okay, let's do it this way. I'll be wiping them up and you'll be putting them back on the shelves, but I don't remember what order they were placed before. It's okay, nobody reads them anyway. Indeed. Looks like she has a smile for every occasion. Only a couple of times I managed to notice slight differences, shades of emotion in that smile, joy, happiness, sadness. But these shades were ever so evanescent, I wasn't really sure that I'm not imagining things. This time, a smile looked a little flirty. Ooh, who to think? Yeah, probably. At least I wouldn't be reading this stuff. Slavia was wiping the covers, putting them back up. Good team. Why didn't you take anything from the upper shelves? Upper shelves? I've looked up. Sorry, I haven't noticed them. It's alright. Wait a moment, I'll bring the chair. Even with my rather considerable stature, I won't be able to get them. Okay, got them there. Some books left. Wouldn't be hard to reach out. Chair under me. Okay, so down he goes. What an idiot. Oh, and what do you know? Opening my eyes, I found myself on top of Slavia. Are you alive? Oh my god. Anyway, I got a fright of my life. Even if I'm only 17 now, falling down from a chair on a girl is something else. I'm fine. Her face was only an inch away from mine. Anything broken? Don't think so. You'd become a rather bad stuntsman. Yes, she laughed. You bet. I looked into her eyes. Jesus. Anyway, just looked. Wasn't sure what should I say, and Slavia either hesitated too, or just let me take the lead. At this rate, something might happen. Her lips were so close to mine. A natural desire started to wake in my body, but was it right? Yeah, why not? Fuck it. Anyway, I had a desire to stand up, but was unable to do it. Slavia was just lying in silence and looking me straight into the eyes. Well, obviously she's waiting for a certain something, but anyway. All of a sudden, I noticed the bell sound on the edge of hearing. Of course. It's dinner time? Yeah, shall we go? Or shall we lie some more? Come on, how much more fucking obvious can you get? She smiled again, and this time her smile seemed foxy to me, as if she was hinting something. Oh my god, let's go, whatever. I haven't moved an inch. You're going, you have to get up first, obviously. Yeah, so to think, invisible force. Anyway, Slavia seemed to recognize that and carefully stepped out from under me. Going to stay there, she laughed. At that point, I finally came to my senses and stood up. Sorry, that's okay, we haven't finished it at all. Oh, sorry, we haven't finished it all. We'll have to clean up the rest later. Yeah, of course, yeah, sure. I was keeping silence through all the way to the cantina. Slavia rambled on about a slice of life in the camp. Oh, no, wait, no, yeah, Slavia rambled on about slice of life in the camp. But given that it was indeed a monologue, I wasn't paying much attention. Oh, right, yeah. Coming to the canteen, I saw Olga Dmitrievna at the porch. Don't you want to explain anything to me, young man? Now remember that I've forgotten something. Nope. How's your cleaning duty? Yeah, good enough. Yet Juliana told me that it wasn't. That's all her fault. And what did I tell you? I wanted you to clean it up together. What were you doing? I didn't know what to say, as deep down I knew that she was right. Don't blame him. Samuel was helping me at the library. Oh, really? Yeah. Well, it's all great and stuff, but to cut a long story short, you won't get a dinner tonight. How is that? Why? I protested. However, my protest looked more like a demand for a refill at prison mess hall, bold and daring, but still stupid and counterproductive. Hope that will teach you a lesson. In this instance, Olga Dmitrievna looked more like an ancient Roman legionnaire commander than a tiny pioneer camp leader. I had no idea how to object to her. Forgive you. Take me as a responsible one. Oh. Camp leader took her time to think it over. Alright, if so. Thanks. Thanks. Indeed. We hide inside. Well, I'm going to join the girls. We had a prior arrangement. Probably some conspiracy. Take care. She smiled and waved her goodbyes. Seriously, where would I be without her? Indeed. There were no free places near Slavia, and besides I wasn't introduced to her friends. It seemed that I would have to share a dinner table with Electronic and Shurik. What kind of names are those anyway? Now, whatever. There were no more places to sit. What's happening, gentlemen? It's a nuclear device. Anyway, every time I had to deal with them, I was getting an itching desire to tease them, or at least to drop something cheeky or cocky. Well, why not? It might be too risky to behave myself that way, but Electronic brothers were my primary source of positive emotions. How are you doing? Fine, what about you? Hits and misses. Has anything happened? Lots of stuff. Mind sharing? Nah, some other time maybe. As you wish. Made a helpless gesture. Electronic. We're going to the disco after dinner. We giggled. I know that. Who would you want to ask out? I haven't thought about it yet. What about you? Same that this question caught him off guard. Well, who to think? Ask Uliana. That would make her happy. No thanks. Electronic furiously waved his hands. And you, Shurik, gotta ask Alessa out. Apparently. Thanks, I'd rather abstain. He looks calmer than his mate. Come on, guys, it'll be fun. And in any case, we've got things to do. Really? Okay, we still have to finish the robot. Soviet robot. And it's a marvelous idea. Ask out your robot, can it dance? It can't even walk yet. Shurik probably missed the point completely, yes. Why, it would be a great demonstration of our achievements in front of the camp. What would we show to them? Yeah, you're right. They both stared at the plates disappointingly. Okay, I went over their heads a bit, but anyway. Get another fade to black. Yeah, there you have it. Dinner was over and the pioneers started to disperse. Semyon, what will you wear for the ball? For the ball, really? It's a ball now, isn't it? Anyway, I asked Shurik and Electronic. We don't have anything special to wear, we'll go as we are. He pointed at his pioneer uniform. Great word. They don't seem to care about their appearance at all. Why should I care then? Exactly. Wearing winter clothes is not an option, so I'll go just like that. When does it start? After 9 o'clock. Got it. Yeah, left the canteen, deeply inhaled fresh evening air. Remember those rare discos I used to go to at school. Yes. Hesitation, insecurity, and even fear. Couldn't dance. I didn't know how to react if someone would invite me. I wouldn't dare to invite someone myself. All in all, I felt pretty uncomfortable about it, and it was even more unpleasant to watch others having fun, not to envy at all. Okay. More likely it was an abrupt feeling that people can enjoy something so odd for me. I thought that there was still lots of time till the disco, so I could sleep a little to be fresh in the evening. Why not? Coming into the camp leader's cabin, I flopped onto the bed instantly and shut my eyes. Alrighty. Madness is going to happen next. Strange enough, I got up right on time even without an alarm. Of course he would. Clock was showing 9. It's such a rare thing to happen. I felt sluggish though. Probably wasn't the best idea to sleep during the day after all. It's probably been drugged or something. But anyway, going to see Alyssa instead of the disco, so it's time then. Yaddy, that's what we shall be doing. A couple of minutes, I approached the stage. Maybe it was a bad idea accepting the offer. Just talking to Dvachevyaska means danger. Danger's our middle name. Anyway, on the other hand, I wasn't eager to go to the disco. What can I show there? Let me disgrace myself. No, I'd better listen to Alyssa playing the guitar. Yeah, fuck it, why not? Coming closer, I saw a person sitting on the edge of the stage with her legs dangling and loud music. So you came after all. Yay. Alyssa put the guitar aside and jumped to the ground. There was even a trace of joy on her face for a moment. Playing for someone is surely more interesting than being alone. As you can see, what are we going to do? What do you mean, what? Really? All these fucking chances he's got. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, Lisa, I'm asking you. Well, you wanted. I got a sudden idea that this situation is one of the usual pranks, and I shouldn't expect any guitar songs. Going to sleep by... Oh, for fuck's sake. Anyway, going to sleep by... Really? Turned around, waved a hand intentionally slowly. Hey. Lisa snatched my sleeve. Oh, okay. What? Did you want to listen? Okay, not bad. Not bad. Anyway, listen to what? You don't know yourself what you're going to do. I know everything. She took the guitar and hit the strings of a mediator a couple of times. Sit next to me. Ah, there we go. Didn't object and was sitting beside her in a moment. Better this way. Mr. Disco, leave now, and what will I be doing next? The role of a stranger was more suitable for an observer, and not for the eager searcher for the answers who wanted to be so badly. Indeed. So, show you how to play this song now. Just like that, right away. What right away? I haven't held a guitar for a long time. She probably knows better what's in when I've held. My skills were enough to make a cat laugh. There's nothing difficult. I feel an intent look at Alyssa. It distinctly appeared to me now that she didn't... Oh, she just can't express her feelings. She could lose her strange self-control for a moment and I'll see a casual, even funny and friendly girl. When her God, that is fucking loud. And when her self-confidence and impudence turn back on, then greet the tit as my mother liked to say. Great saying. Alright. And who is the real one? Hey. What? Stop sleeping. Oh yeah, sorry. So are you watching? I am. What song is this? One I played in the morning, of course. Okay, I'm listening. Lisa made up her mind and started to play. Yeah, there you go. It's just like an indie movie, basically. Anyway, that's it. Did you get everything? No. I may have understood, but I probably won't be able to repeat. How should I put it? It's okay, practice bears results. She's undoubtedly right on this point, but I had problems with practice all my life. Well, took the guitar from Alyssa and tried to play the first chord. It was hard, especially given the shocked look in her face, eh? Haha. As if my fingers tied into the knot and dreadfully didn't want to be in the right place. Did better before, but now I wouldn't even be able to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Well, wait a moment. Looks like you won't be our rock hero. No, shut up kindly. It may be better this way. I hissed, vainly trying to remember the order of strings to press. Well, guitar started to make devilish sounds resembling groans of a wounded dinosaur. I didn't think it was even possible to do that, but there you go. My left hand fingers constantly missed right frets, and my right hand didn't strike in rhythm. Let's call that a progressive rock. Progressive? Well, give it back. She took the guitar away and it sounded completely different in her hands. Well, who to think? I felt embarrassed, she played simple things like this with confidence. A lot of practice. Okay, off the guitar, trying to play it. A long way away, of course. Cute. 3 chords. Well, too bad, he just sucks. Tune is too simple though. I put the guitar aside. Lisa was lost in thought for a moment. Really. Even a preschool kid would play better. Thanks. I tried. I noticed. Oh my god, she's actually smiling even. She might be trying to demonstrate her evident superiority of playing the guitar. It's like everyone can be a musician? Not really. Lisa looked up at the sky. You can't be one for sure. Why is that? You should have listened to yourself. I started to regret coming here. Why not? It's heaps of fun. But anyway, well, don't mind me. Why does Elisa need this? It is obvious that I'm a horrible guitarist. Well, obviously she's after something else. I mean, really, man. Does he have to be that much of a fucking dumbass? Anyway, obviously. But if I have some practice... So will you practice? I don't know, maybe I will. The guitar was the most minor of my problems, though. It was a strange world I can't escape from. It's more important than any stupid argument with Alyssa. I suddenly felt annoying self-pity, apathy, and a wish to leave this place, to forget this evening, these feelings left a last impression, burning to do or say something stupid, as if it would change anything. What? That I'll learn to play guitar. Surely won't. You'll strum the guitar for a couple of days and give it up. Lisa's words pierced my heart. You know what? How else shouldn't she know? Is it a concern of hers to react this way just because it is true? And that it's Elisa who spoke the truth. You can't know how to do everything? Probably not. But you should be able to do at least something. So you mean I can't do anything? How should I know? You know, I what? Should I tell about my computer skills? Jesus fucking Christ. Or about the books I've read and the movies I've watched? Ah, well, it is a pointless conversation. It goes without saying. You're just all about having fun. God forbid. And you're all about whining. Forget it. I jumped down from the stage and walked away from the concert area. Go go. Heard Elisa yelling to me. Already going. I hissed. Wow. That went well. Too bad you didn't get some actual choices or anything like that. Path, indeed. But anyway, the path had led me to the square. There was Slavia in the centre of it, sweeping the area. Oh, Semyon, hi. I thought everyone was already asleep. No, what are you doing? Cleaning up after the disco. Why didn't you come? Because we wanted to take a walk on the wild side or something. Anyway, just. And where have you been? I hadn't the slightest intention to tell Slavia how I shamed myself on stage with a guitar in front of Elisa while the whole camp was having fun at the square. I took a walk. Okay, but you should have come. It was fun. Glad you had it. I sweated like a pig today because of worries, or just a hot night. Hey, do you know where I can have a bath? Certainly. Go straight and a bit to the left by the path, then to the right and there'll be a bathhouse. Should I accompany you? Oh my god. No need, I'll find it myself. Anyway, I totally didn't want to burden her more. God. Anyway, I walked a forest path in the direction Slavia showed. My whole body was itching. How didn't I notice it before? And what else did I notice, more importantly? Yeah, he didn't notice a lot. But anyway, if things keep going like this, then I'll have to stay in this world forever. I've shivered of the fort. I shivered at the fort, would be the way to put that, but anyway. Probably of the idea that I didn't feel any terror, or even just fear. Just like it's all a natural flow of things. I could see a bathhouse behind the trees. Why do pioneers have baths here? Obviously they get dirty, but anyway. Olga Dmitrievna had said something about repairs of the showers though. Oh, okay, that's what he meant, yes. No reason to worry about it now, and in we go. We get ambushed. There was soap and clean towels, so I quickly washed myself, went outside and breathed in a full chest of fresh night air. It's so wonderful that a physical cleanness brings out a spiritual cleanness. All my problems, if not went away, then just became less important. It's like the water washed them away, anxiety too, great. Started yawning, back to the leader's cabin. Oh, what do we have here? I didn't make even a few steps as Elisa jumped out of the bushes. Probably, peeking a bit there. You, what are you doing here? I was just washing myself. She had come to her senses and spoke again. And? What? I don't know what. Why do you speak as if you don't know? Oh, sorry, then why do you speak if you don't know? All my peace of mind vanished in a moment, only the irritation and the weariness stayed. Okay, if you don't mind. Wait. What else? If back there on stage you thought that, well, I didn't want to offend you or anything. It's okay, I'm not offended, I just can't play the guitar. Nothing special, a lot of people can't. I felt that there were obvious signs of irritation in my voice, but I couldn't do anything about it. I wanted to speak everything in her face right here, right now. Exactly, you can't. Lisa obviously restrained herself from laughing. I already had enough of you. She totally drove me out of my wits at that moment. In a second I would have started to yell at her, or worse, wait. Would you just leave me alone? Lisa followed me but didn't try to stop me. I really didn't want to offend. Some invisible power made me turn around. Jesus, maybe he's starting to notice that she actually likes him in a bit of an indirect way, but still. God. Anyway. Turn round. Okay, can I go now? Yes, of course. In the moonlight, Lisa looks very beautiful with a quick, guilty expression on her face. If you could just shut her mouth. Well, I suppose there are gags for that, but anyway. What are you smoking at? Although, nothing. I just thought that if you'd be a little bit more polite, then what? You're not to finish such phrases. Anyone could hit upon an idea according to their own intellectual abilities. Okay, then nothing. Well, you must finish what you started. There's nothing to finish. I am very tired and I'm going to sleep. Stop right there. Don't make me run away from you. As if you can. She may be right. I'm already exhausted of this day and naturally I had no intention to run after a bath. So what? What? If I'll be more polite, then what? Try that and you'll see. Why should I do something for such a fool as you? That's a good question. He really is such a fucking moron. Anyway. Then don't try. What does it have to do with me? I sighed and dragged myself to the square, and you then? What? I replied without turning to her. Well, if I would, then you... I don't know what you're talking about. Obviously, if she was more polite. Jesus Christ. Anyway, but let's think that I would if it is easier for you. Moron. Okay, yelled at me and headed to the bathhouse. Wow. The square shined with the cleanness of German roads. Okay, which were washed with shampoo, as people have told. Unbelievable. Anyway, that's Slavia. I just argued with Elisa and nothing else. What for? As if it was really necessary. And her behaviour. In the situation, I would have surely said that Elisa likes me, just hides it behind her rudeness. Well, obviously. Anyway, it is of no importance right now, though. Relationships, love, anything. Maybe she's not even a human. Well, what the hell? Must have a bit of fun being in such a ridiculous situation. So, there you go. And what if she'd been a human and this all had been happening in the real world? Drove these thoughts away and headed to the leader's cabin. Tiredness had overwhelmed me. Invisible obstacle. Okay, invisible obstacle as if stopped me in front of the door. Brilliant. Olga Dmitrievna certainly would like to know where I was and why I missed the disco. I get a full interrogation for sure. Counting the absence of Elisa on the disco too, wouldn't be hard to guess that we'd skipped it together. On the other hand, should I even tell her that instead of the disco, Elisa practiced playing the guitar and I just went with the flow? Nothing special actually. Doesn't really matter why I left. So, at the time I thought it'd be better to keep silent. Okay, just on the spot, pull the door handle, in we go. What do you know? Olga Dmitrievna was already waiting for me, wearing a dress. Very bountiful, indeed. So, Semyon, where have you been? Hi. So you've been with Elisa, or make up another excuse. Excuses. Yeah, fuck it, why not? Let's go with the shittier course of action. Make up another excuse. I was just walking around. Alone? Yes. Okay, that's not important. Why didn't you come to the disco? Well, frankly speaking, I don't like dancing. So what? It was a camp public event, which means every pioneer had to attend. For the good of communism. But anyway, she looked at me intensely. You could just sit somewhere quietly. I'm sorry. I sighed. Okay. Later softened. Go to bed quickly. The storm had passed. And there you go. I tossed and turned but I couldn't sleep. My head was full of thoughts about music, guitar, and Elisa. I wonder, could I become a professional musician? No, God no. And do I even want to be one? Probably not. And should I want to? Oh, for fuck's sake, he's going to be going on about it. She's a reason, vampire, whatever. Okay. And he fell asleep. Perfecto Monday. God, what is the next day going to have in store, I wonder? Day 4. I have to admit, pretty intriguing so far. But anyway, I woke up from a hellish jingling inside my head. The jingle seemed to be coming from the depth of my consciousness. Oh, the alarm clock, yes. Where did it come from? Why is it standing near my bed? 7:30, ready left. Okay. Coffee ready for a long productive day. Productive day, that's a good one. I need to get up, plan my day out. After all, I need to find out at least something today. Yeah, whatever. Or just screw around, really. But still nothing came to my head. Fine, I need to wake up completely and wash myself. On my way to onto my way to the wash stands, I met Zenya, whatever. What got you up so early? Anything wrong with being up early? She looked at me as if I had insulted her. No, nothing, just being curious. Actually, I think I misspelled curious there, but anyway, none of your business. Howdy. And yep, she was furious, away she goes. Yeah, well, cold water cheered me up, fog in my head dissipated, and my thoughts started arranging themselves. Curiously, I started to worry about occupying a good place in the canteen more than about finding answers. Starting to get sucked in, it seems. I brushed my teeth, going to leave, when a quiet waft passed my ears. It's probably a squirrel or some other animal. I heard another waft, this time a bit further. Waft? Really? I walked 10 meters along the path, searching for the source. Nobody, just a mooring forest. Or was it? Anyway, I returned to the washstands and saw Miku, who was looking for something in the grass. Probably a monster scurrying in the bushes as well or something, but anyway. Oh, and teleporting closer. Noticing me, she smiled and jumped up to me. Oh, hello, good morning. I accidentally scattered my tooth powder, just trying to gather it all back. Really? She's... okay. Jewed grass didn't seem to be helping her. So she scattered the tooth powder on the ground, and she actually wants to use it again? Just... oh, indeed, are you sure that's a good idea? Well, why? What else can I do? I don't have any more. It was my last. She pouted as a child who just had the favourite toy taken from her. That fucking loud music again. Here, I'll give you mine. I digged in my bag. No toothpaste there. Strange, didn't I just put it there? I walked away for just a minute and now it's gone. Listen, looks like I've forgotten it. Don't want to tell it's just gone missing. Knowing the sensitivity of this girl, it was safe to assume that vanishing household chemicals would impress her so much that her brain would reset itself in order to avoid overheating. Well, I'll go. Yeah, cheers, visit us, I mean me, in the music club. I'm still alone there, but we, I mean I. I see. Miku's voice faded in freshness of a summer morning far behind me. Okay, getting back to Lita's cabin, I took my cell phone, looked at the battery meter. Don't they have like a bloody... oh, actually, even if they did have like a power socket, he'd still need the charger. He probably didn't bring it with him. But anyway, enough power for a day, maybe even less. Of course, it won't help me much in here, but still. I probably should turn the fucking thing off then. But anyway, finding a charger in the 80s means inventing it. Still, regardless, the morning was shining beautiful. Bright sun was shining over the lost in space and time. Pioneer Camp Sovyonok, warming its tenants and filling them with energy to spend the day productively. Really, productively. Or in my case, to waste it in futile efforts to find an explanation for everything happening here. Sounds like a plan. So, unusual crowd near the canteen. Of course, there was no other place in the camp that pioneers loved as much as the canteen, but why such crowding at the porch? I came closer to find out what was going on. It looked like the... oh, sorry, it looks like the all... okay, it looked like the camp gathered at the... okay. God, what is up with the sentence construction? It looked like all of the camp gathered at the porch. There were all the familiar girls, Olga Dmitrievna, and Electronic. They're having a lively discussion, maybe about cybernetics. I drew closer. Ah, Semyon. Have you seen Shudik today? Nope, what's the matter? We can't find him since the early morning. Yeah, probably eaten by dare. Probably eaten by a bear or something. Disappearance of pioneers. Well, that's something new. But he was with you yesterday? She was talking to Electronic. Yes, he was. She woke up this morning and wasn't seen anywhere near. Nope. Why didn't she come to me immediately? I thought that he got up early and went for water procedures or something. Water procedures, eh? Okay. Didn't he mention anything yesterday? Interjected Slavia. For example, that he's going somewhere, for instance. Nope. What exactly is so horrifying about that? It's only 9 AM, he might have decided to go for a walk. You don't know Shudik. She overlooked... I think that was meant to say she looked at me seriously. Well, I don't. But I didn't see anything suspicious in that situation. Okay, let's stop panicking. We'll find him. Oh god. Ulyana, how could he miss breakfast? Ulyana grinned. Exactly, time to eat anyway. Exactly. Alright, so pioneers have proceeded into the canteen. Yet again, I had no choice where to stick in. The only three places were at the table with Alyssa and Ulyana. Take a seat. She pointed at the chair next to her. I sat down. Aren't you going to grab your food? Good idea, I haven't thought about that. Dumbass. Anyway, breakfast didn't look different from yesterday's one, but looked more appetizing. Or maybe I was just very hungry. Maybe I was eager to finish off as soon as possible to evade yet another of Ulyana's pranks. Want to go to the beach with us today? When? Right after the breakfast. Generally speaking, entertainment wasn't my agenda today. It's like as if they're trying to prevent him from finding anything out. But anyway, if I was going to spend time thinking, why shouldn't I do it while getting the suntan? Precisely. Sure, why not? Ah, cool. She smiled nicely. But you're planning another prank? No, not at all. Liana waved her hands at me. Sure thing. Lisa grinned. She's all like that. I looked at Lisa attentively and suddenly remembered yesterday's evening. Strange behaviour, our quarrel, but now she looked as usual. Maybe there's no need to tell her anything. I wasn't going to. At the end of the day, everything happening in the night stopped seeming unusual, as if all of that was just a dream. No way. I think she is right. Nobody doubts. Liana took a tray of dirty dishes and stood up. What appetite? She said in such a way which left no doubts. Nothing good awaits me today at the beach. Ah well. Me and Elisa were left alone, and she even moved to the centre of the screen there. Semyon, you know, I guess I shouldn't be going with you after all. Why is that? Well, I've got something to do. And what exactly would that be? She looked in my eyes so that I didn't even find an appropriate excuse. I don't even have a swimsuit. Swimsuit. Try mine. What? You think it'll fit me? Give it a try. I don't think it's worth it. Don't be a wimp. We'll find you swimming trunks. The phrase only added to my fear. Wait for me by the canteen. I'll be back soon. Okay. There's nothing bad in waiting for, is it? Nah, not at all. Finishing my breakfast, I left the building and sat on the stairs. Pioneers, all having their own business, were hurrying past me one by one. No one stopped by me. No one even looked in my direction. Okay. It seemed they didn't consider me a stranger, but exactly the opposite. Just another teenager of their age, their comrade, you would say. Comrade pioneer. I caught myself thinking that I'd started to perceive this camp. Okay. What the heck? Anyway, I caught myself thinking that I'd started to perceive this camp and its inhabitants with not such a strong caution as on the first day. Indeed, Elisa was back in a couple of minutes. Ready? Ready for what? She gave me the trunks, though you would hardly call it. She gave me the trunks, though you hardly could call them trunks. Call their trunks, whatever. It looked like pink boxes ornamented with butterflies and flowers. They were actual boxes. I'm afraid to ask, where did you get this? Too scared to put it on? Well, you know, I have no slightest intention to. I appreciated a joke, but wasn't going to become a laughing stock. Put it on, she said roughly. Why won't you try it on instead of me? I think that the colour of this bikini sets off your eyes very nicely. Let's make a bet. Oh my god, not again. I have no desire to accept a bet. No thanks. Alright, you go to the beach wearing it, or you swim naked. Actually, swimming naked, why not, eh? Given the ludicrousness of the whole situation. Weighing the pros and cons, the second variant seems even better than the first. Yeah, there you go. I'm not planning to go anywhere at all. And I'll tell everyone that you left these trunks in my house. Why would I do that? How do I know? She bursted in laughter. I didn't want to argue with Elisa, so I decided to go to the beach in the end. But not in those glamorous trunks. Okay, I'll be there in 10 minutes. Don't be late. She ran away after saying that. Interesting. So it's going to be a day at the beach, eh? I dragged my feet to the leader's cabin to get a towel and to find something like trunks. I suppose underwear will do, but whatever. Olga Dmitrievna was waiting for me in the room, of course. Semyon, did you hear something about Shurik? Oh, God. Same as half an hour ago. I walked to my bed and took a towel. Going somewhere, yes, to the beach. Wait, do you have swimming trunks? You came here without any luggage, as I remember. At least she remembers that much. You'd think she... Oh, exactly, yeah, I was about to say. Strange that this fact didn't surprise her during our first encounter. Indeed. Nope. So what will you wear? Good question. What? I don't know. Wait a minute. She walked to the wardrobe and unlocked a drawer. In a moment she had usual black trunks. Well, there we go. Sounds good. Where did she get it? More importantly, why? Someone from the previous shift might have forgotten them. Considering all the strange things of this camp, it wasn't really surprising to find men's swimming trunks in Olga Dmitrievna's room. Yeah, she's probably having fun with some other men. I mean, really. Is that such a crime, eh? Anyway, Semyon says thanks. Trunks were just my size. What a coincidence. I got changed behind the cabin and went to the beach. There you go. A lot of pioneers had already gathered there, but I knew only Alyssa and Uliana. Come here. Walked to them and sat on the sand. I see you found something better. She stared at my trunks and smirked, as you can see. Come on, let's swim. I don't want to. Maybe later. I was not a fan of swimming. Oh, come on, that's what he fucking did on one of those other nights. Jesus. Anyway, as you want. Yeah, the girls ran into the water. Why have I come here? Good question. Why am I not looking for answers? Well, obviously there are some distractions to be had at the beach. But anyway, shouldn't I care about it now? No, purely not. Sovionok seemed normal. Certainly a lot of strange things have happened to me during these 3.5 days, but not one of them, taken separately, seemed like anything supernatural. Especially since I didn't get any closer to finding even a clue. Quite the opposite. Everything that has happened only confused me more. What alternatives do I have? Well, obviously he could look for clues around the camp or something, but anyway. You won't get any truth from local... you won't get any truth from local residents. I doubt they even know it. Should I try to leave this place? But how far can I walk, considering I don't even know where I am? Turns out that my only option is to wait. Well, the bus does come in, I suppose, in less than a week's time, so... After some time, the girls came back. Liana held something in her hands. Oh, this is going to be a treat. Look. Looked up and saw crayfish. Just a normal crayfish. Actually, I've heard that those can taste pretty good, actually. Well, anyway. Liana lied next to me and started to torment it. God, there's ridiculous eyes on the crayfish there. Leave the poor animal alone. And of course, interesting choice of the camera angle and all that. Indeed. Alright, leave the poor animal alone. Why? It is a crayfish, so what? It has a right to live too. I'll rip its claws off and ask the cook to boil it for dinner. Like we have nothing else to eat. I looked at Alyssa. It seemed she was totally not interested in Juliana's fun with a poor sea being. What a fucking liberty. Tell her. What's wrong? It's a crayfish. It deserved it. Looked like the girls missed the lessons of nature studying in primary school and lacked care for the environment. Oh well, too bad. Give it. I snatched the crayfish off Juliana. As you wish. I was a little surprised she didn't resist. I looked in the eyes of the poor animal. It didn't express anything at all, but I thought that if it could speak, it certainly would be outraged. Maybe it would even go to the UN Convention of Human Rights. Really. To tell the truth, I wasn't sure it would help. Okay, random thoughts. I took the crayfish to the river and set it free. Never mind, I'll catch more. There are plenty of them here, said Uliana. No doubt about it. I mumbled. I don't really need that to be in a separate text box thing, but whatever. Time passed and I was getting sleepy. Yep, now he's gonna get something bizarre happen to him maybe. I fell asleep. I don't remember what I was dreaming about, if I was dreaming at all, but I woke up because someone shaked my shoulder. Shouldn't they be shook my shoulder? Anyway. Olga Dmitrievna stood next to me. Of course. Did you come to swim too? I asked, still being half asleep. Nope. It is almost time for lunch and we still can't find Shurik. Well, maybe his robot kidnapped him, I don't know. Later said, standing before me in a wet swimsuit. Indeed. And I want you to look for him. Seems like I'm the only pioneer in this camp. I was sincerely outraged. Every time it was getting clearer that Olga Dmitrievna considered me her bellhop with a function of a slave. Well, it certainly seems like that. Or maybe she's got something else up her sleeve, eh? Well, got plenty up there, but anyway. Or vice versa. Yeah, if I came to you, then I want you to help me. Alrighty. Why exactly me? However, after giving us some thought, I decided to agree. After all, my shoulders and back got sunburnt while I was sleeping and searching for Shurik would get me acquainted with unexplored locations of the camp. Now I'm going to do some more exploration, eh? It's okay, it was not exactly right to wander around, swimming chunks, so I should get changed first. No shit. Alrighty, deciding where to go, and there we go. Actually, I'm going to be doing a bit of exploration. Don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. So what the hell do we have? We've got, we can search there, boathouse or bus stop. Well, this is probably going to be the most Actually, who the hell is that? Oh, whatever, let's just go there, fuck it. But it's still a stupid idea. If Shurik was hiding anywhere in the camp, he would be found by now. Of course, if only he wants to be found. So I had, but so I hardly believe I could help them. Fucking sentence construction. Right. Together with these thoughts, I entered the cabin and stretched myself on a bed. Nothing good will happen if Olga Dmitrievna finds me here. Stop enough. Am I trembling? Am I a trembling creature, or do I have rights? Oh, whoops! So that was actually going back to the same cabin. Should have noticed. I didn't want to do anything anyway. The day was hot as all previous. Okay, and the only thing to do was to stay in bed and wait for lunch. I was just falling asleep when someone knocked on the door. Come in. Slavia stood on the doorstep. Olga Dmitrievna isn't here, is she? Nope. And what are you doing? She asked with distrust. I looked over myself over bed and said, lying down. I can see that. But I've heard Olga Dmitrievna asked you to find Shurik. Yeah, well, tell her. Well, yes. And what's the point? I'm sure she's already turned the whole camp upside down. Not much time has passed. Why should we panic? You know, stuff happens. Slavia looked at me thoughtfully. Rather crossly as well, by the looks of it. Get up. Do I have to? I was so worn out that even a thought about going anywhere frightens me. Yes, you do. Slavia's not the person whose offers I would ever turn down. Indeed. I stood up reluctantly, came out of the cabin with her. I stood at the doorway for some time, relaxing in the beams of the summer sun. Clearly, finding Shuriko, whatever his name was, is a massive priority. Though it was rather frightening. Yeah, to hell with it. Where shall we go? We have to look everywhere. Great idea, just great. Yep, first one was a library. Xenia, just talking to them. Didn't want to communicate with this librarian more than is required. But she came back, so nothing. She shook her head, as expected. Of course, canteen. Yeah, it's that time before the lunch starts, no usual pioneers. It was empty inside and out. Like the salt pots all dropped out. If it was superstitious, oh well, too bad. And he wasn't here either. Huh, indeed. In a refrigerator, that'd be kind of funny. Oh, but anyway. Next stop, according to our plan, was the infirmary. Waited outside, no results. Sports ground. Yeah, it'd be pretty hard for him to get lost there. And we reached the clubhouse. Can we hear? Let's come in, yes, let's go. Empty inside, who to think? Next room, followed her. Oh, I don't think we saw that room actually. This all seemed to me a stupid undertaking. Yes, it certainly is, but it's not that much more stupid compared to the pretty much everything else he's done, so there you go. This was strange, especially because it was Slavia's idea. No, I understand responsibility and so on, but isn't it obvious that he's not in the camp? After all, he isn't playing hide and seek with us, is he? Or is he? No one here too. What did you expect to see? Him sitting in the closet? Be coming out of the closet, eh? Yeah, indeed. Well, seems like I've offended her. Sorry, Shri, but seriously. I understand, but we have to check all possibilities. Okay, listen, what do you really think? About Shurik's disappearance? Yes. Maybe he went into the forest and has been caught by a forest spirit. She laughed at that. What a fabulous story. However, in this camp you never know. Yes, true that. But now is not the time for joking. Cheer up. We'll find him. Hope so. Slavia smiled. Well, I still have some things to do. See you later. She left, but I was standing there for some time, staring at the cyberneticist's club closet. Profit graph there on the left? Actually, no. Not in the Soviet Union, you wouldn't have profits, jeez. But anyway. However, I was so inspired by Slavia's activity that I've decided to continue searching somewhere else. Really? Really? Alright, whatever. I suppose we're going to do these other two places. We've got the bus stop and the boathouse. The bus stop, I suppose, is a bit more likely, so let's go there. Bus stop seemed to be a fine choice. Strange thought came across me. Shurik is in the same situation. Shurik is in the same situation as me, and so he decided to run away from this camp. Maybe by the 410 bus. Maybe. It could really turn out to be true if he got here by accident too. Although the chances are quite slim. But you never knew. What if the bus will really come? However, I could hardly believe in that. Indeed, I've spent a couple of minutes waiting at the bus stop, made sure there's no signs of Shurik or anyone else here, and headed back to the camp. And of course, we're going to rush into someone, or someone rushing into me. Somebody rushed from behind the gates and bumped into me. The impact was not strong, so I just staggered. Miku stood in front of me and rubbed a bruised forehead. What an idiot. Oh, sorry. It's alright, it's my fault. I was going to the music club, but got lost in thoughts about a new song. You know, thinking up the lyrics and music, I haven't realised how I got here. So you don't have to apologise. The words per minute rate obviously exceeded the recognition limits of my brain. I made an attempt to retreat promptly. I made an attempt to retreat promptly. Sure, gotta go, you knew. Oh wait. Wanted to leave as usual without having to listen to her, but Miku grabs my hand. Ooh, how direct. Her grasp gave me the creeps, really? Alright, as I've got a clear vision of agonizing execution by another rap session. Wait a minute, she wasn't rapping before. Anyway, can you help me a little, please? Just a little bit. Oh yeah, that definitely wasn't on my to-do list today. Oh, fuck it. Well, I'd be glad to, but it's pretty please. Miku looked at me with such puppy eyes that my heart started to melt. Oh, there you go. She totally wasn't going to let go of my hand. And what help exactly do you need? You'll accompany me. I can't manage to compose in such a way. I can sing or play. I can't do both at the same time. This guy's not exactly much of a musician, but alright. Even our orchestral woman has her weak sides. Well, you know, I can't really play any instrument. Never mind that, I'll show you everything. Come on, let's go. Really? Yeah, fuck it, why not? In the hand, I'm not losing anything. Precisely. However, she dragged me with herself. Actually, there is the opportunity cost. We are not finding any clues or anything like that, but whatever. She dragged me with herself. Nothing good will probably come out of that, but the only way to get off me is to wrest my hand out of hers. But that wouldn't be very nice. Nothing bad will happen after all. Probably. Precisely. In a minute, we were already standing in the Mukiz. Was standing in the Mukiz club. Miku took the guitar. Here, have a look. There we go. She sat down and started playing. I tried to follow her hands. The tune seemed quite easy. Seemed quite easy to repeat it. Got it? No. Kind of. Let's try. I took the guitar and started playing. Didn't really work out. Let me show you one more time. Well, sounds like the identical tune, but anyway. She played much better than me. Look at Miku, I mused. Of course, she was a chatterbox. She was naive and clumsy. However, she was utterly talented in music. Apparently. Try again. I managed much better the second time. Wow, that's much better. She smiled. That didn't sound patronising. Anyway, it wasn't hard in fact, just repeat the same notes over and over. Just don't lose the track. Start by my command. By your command. Okay, ready, go. Oh. It was a song in Japanese, apparently. Frankly speaking, I haven't understood a single word, but Miku's singing was quite good. Okay, in fact it was outstanding. I wouldn't call that outstanding, but alright. She put her heart in every note, every word. Yeah, music probably is a very thing to dedicate a life to. It seemed like it wasn't her who has chosen the music, but the music has chosen her. Last half an hour presented Miku in completely different lights. No, thank you. Did you like it? I finally managed it with you. Alone is not so good. I either messed up with the text or missed the strings. It's just perfect with you. Thank you so much. You really have a talent, you know, really. Just to play like that without any preparation. Nope, it seems I've changed my opinion about it too hastily. Thanks for the song. Gotta go, see you. Thanks to... And away we go. And that's... The rest of the phrase stayed behind the door. I leaned on the wall of the club cabin and sighed. Because song was still playing in my mind. Well, there you go. How sweet. Went for lunch with mixed feelings, with a sense of accomplishment and with a realization of time wasted. Okay, interesting how you'd have both conflicting emotions at once, but there you go. Canteen was crowded. I couldn't stay unnoticed. Olga Dmitrievna called me. Semyon, come to us. Camp leader, Slavia, and Electronic were sitting at the 4-seat table. I nodded and went I nodded and went to take food. This time I had to spend some minutes in a queue. Today's menu didn't really differ from the other day's menu. Okay, great. Dishes look the same. Alright. So Olga Dmitrievna said, "So, what are you thinking?" "About what?" "We searched for Shrek all around." Is this like an experiment or something? Anyway, it is noon and he is nowhere to be found. I took a note of the rhyme, but I didn't want to point it out. I would have pointed it out, probably. But anyway, we looked all over the camp. Oh no. I went all round the neighbouring forest. Olga Dmitrievna looked at me. "Well, there you go, I suppose if they can't find him." And I helped too. "Must call the police." "Maybe we should wait until the evening." I asked lazily. "Maybe he went home." "It can't be." Yeah, exactly, because this whole place is a trap. But anyway, can't be. Shurik lives thousands of miles away. By train. The nearest station, she paused, is far. Now it was getting interesting. Every time the conversation reaches the point concerning ways I could leave Sovyonok, all the camp inhabitants start changing the subject. Yes, who to think? It's not suspicious at all. How far is far? Really far. Like really. Anyway, camp leader looked at me, indicating with her look that asking more questions was not advised. "So we should go deeper into the forest. Maybe he got lost." "Shrik always takes a compass," chimed in Electronic. "I wonder what else could be found in his magic vest, if he even has one." Okay. "If I get lost in the forest, the compass would be of no real use." "Police? We should call the police in the evening. Not right now, at least." "Okay, see you later." They were all silent. "We should be able to find him before evening. We still have time. If he actually got lost, we have no time to lose. We cannot be sure." "And where is he? Where?" God, they're really panicking, aren't they? There was some truth in the camp leader's words. Hiding the whole day just like that is suspicious. Well, I suppose it's true, but still. Why would he do that? Shrik seemed to me a quite serious pioneer. Uliana would have been a better fit of this behaviour. So there is reason to believe that he was gone. All that could be done was already done. We'll just have to wait. Slavia Electronic and Olga Dmitrievna looked at me so sorrowfully, but haven't said a word. Finished my lunch, bought my train, left the restaurant. Not the restaurant, the canteen. Oh, there's a car next to the canteen as well. Actually, was that there before? Anyway, restaurant, canteen, whatever. Still a first half of the day. What now? Precisely. Drifting to an afternoon nap. And speaking of that, I think I'll segment this off. I think I'll do... Yeah, what the hell. I think I'll do one more segment and then I think I'll call it a night. Wow. Been playing this for a bit of a while actually, or reading it, whatever. So for YouTube people, I shall see you all in the next video.